Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we have the intrinsics farm. Now it's a bit later than I said it was going to be, but there's been a lot of hot fixes making it a lot easier to farm intrinsics, so I think it would be more appropriate to do it now. Alright, so this is more effective to be farmed in a 4-man squad because you can obviously spread out a lot more across the map and complete different side quests. Of course, if you find this useful, like, subscribe, all that stuff, drop comments for the algorithm, you know how it is. Discord server's in description. And let's get into it. So to demonstrate this video, I'm just going to be doing it solo, but of course you would want to find a squad in recruit chat or something to do this. But when we start, you want to go non-steel path and the Duviri experience. So a steel path doesn't actually reward any more intrinsics, it just makes the process a lot slower because the enemies are harder to kill. So once in, you can pick whatever you want, it really doesn't matter that much, considering it's non-steel path, like, the enemies are easy to kill anyway. Okay, so once loaded in, the host player is going to continue the main quest line, and the other 3 players are going to spread out on the island you spawned on. So that would be up to the Thrax Gardens, this area, and just sort of spread out, and they complete side quests. So the side quests are things such as herding tams, opening the chests, doing the power lines, all that type of stuff. And the host is going to continue the main quest line. So, the reason the other players want to stay on the main island is because you're going to have to enter the Undercroft, and if your team's spread out across the whole map right now, as soon as you have to enter the Undercroft, they will have to travel like thousands and thousands of meters to get back to you. So it's easier if everyone just stays nearby, and then that way you can travel to the Undercroft together. Now, as soon as you get a mission stage that says enter the Undercroft, just waypoint the portal and wait for everyone to come in, and you should all enter the Undercroft instantly. The goal here is to kill the Orowyrm as quickly as possible, so that everybody else can spread out across the map. And while this is happening, the rest of your team will be farming decrees, which will make your life a lot easier. And so once you finish your mission in the Undercroft, your team again will just spread out on the island that you spawned on, while the host continues the main quest line. So this is an example of a side quest. Look for these U-shaped icons in the sky, and this is what you're looking for. You can also collect these little tablet things that are on the floor, and as you can see, you get 3 intrinsics from these, or 5 intrinsics for this one. Okay, so now we're at the last Undercroft stage. Okay, so now it's time for the Orowyrm. Now, in this situation, either your team can continue to farm decrees if your host is experienced with the fight, or they can come and help. Now, one thing for the guys farming intrinsics is don't enter any minigame that kind of like takes you away from the game. So the fishing minigame, the Comey minigame, don't do any of that stuff while your host is fighting the Orowyrm, because it will break the game if he enters the portal. So, when the guy fires like these orbs at you, just throw your Orvius and go straight through the speed boost. And depending on how far you are, you might need a couple of them. And just grapple to him, jump off, grapple. And there you go. Simple as that. Now we're just going to go and destroy the pillars. And through the portal. Now before you go through this portal, you do want to make sure no one's in any of the minigames I mentioned. Otherwise you break their game. Now my weapons are complete garbage for this fight, so hopefully you get something better than I do, but... And there we go. So, now that this is done, your team can spread out across the entire map. That's just someone going up to the top, someone towards the bottom, and then 2 stay towards the middle. And now you just farm every side quest you can find. Like this one, for example. Now, the waypoint for extraction will never ever disappear, so you will be fine with that. And I recommend extracting when it says decrease exhausted, which of course depends on how fast your team can complete side quests. And there you go, so as you can see, you get 3 intrinsics per side quest. Now, if your team has been farming decrees while you were completing the Orowyrm fight, what will happen is you will be able to just one-shot the enemies pretty much that spawn in, and it makes this process get exponentially faster. And as you can see, occasionally just killing these hordes of enemies that spawn also grants intrinsics. So kill everyone you see, and complete every side quest. And of course, while doing this, you can farm the resources that are around as well. You also get intrinsics for your first time completing the fishing minigames, as long as you can make it to the certain reward level at the top. As you can see, I've now earned a decree. What? But there you go, I got 4 intrinsics for that one. And right next to it is another side quest. And that's as simple as it really is. Just complete these side quests as a team and you'll be good to go. I would suggest ignoring the owl puzzles though, because they take a long time, usually require 2 people, and aren't even that good. And of course, once you've exhausted all your decrees, just go through the portal. And GG. As you can see, I already have over 1,000 points in my intrinsic, so... And it's as simple as that. If you enjoyed, remember, like, subscribe, comment, Discord's in the description, and yeah, peace out. Catch you guys in the next one.